to start with an opening statement from Ole Miss head coach Yolette McPhee-McEwen.
I'd just like to thank the Notre Dame staff for just hosting us and just doing an incredible job. It was smooth sailing, and that hadn't been our experience every time. So I thought they really stepped up and made us feel at home, and everything was really well organized. Just want to congratulate Notre Dame. I thought that they controlled the game from start to finish. You know, you never want these moments to be in the way they are, especially when you're on the losing end, especially when you don't think your team displayed what they needed to display for 40 minutes. But nevertheless, you know, super proud of our group and grateful for this opportunity and this experience. Again, just recently, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, we were 0-16, and now we've put ourselves in a situation to expect to go to at least a Sweet 16 every year. And so really disappointed as far as that's concerned, but not disappointed with the team and what we've accomplished this season.
All right, we'll now open up to questions for our student athletes, Madison Scott and Kennedy Todd Williams. So just go ahead and raise your hand. We have a microphone in the room.
Anthony Anderson, South Bend Tribune. For both ladies, I'm sure when you build your scout, you have a vision for how the game is going to go if you're going to win the game. Where or how did that go haywire, and how did Notre Dame contribute to that?
Yeah, I think it was just about executing on both ends, getting stops. I don't think, we did a good job at, getting stops, to help with our offense. But it's just something that we have to, be better at. And, yeah.
I just think they were the aggressors on both ends, on defense. And honestly, they were the more connected team. They were talking. They act like they've been there before. And, we have, and we didn't act like it tonight, and they took advantage of it.
For both of y'all, what kind of changed in the second half? It felt like you kind of figured things out. What was different about the last 20 minutes?
It was just about being urgent, to get back into the game. That was really the main talk, and just getting back to our principles, but it was too late in the game to even do that. So, yeah.
When you think about what needs to happen in the next few months to get back to where you would want to be, your coach just talked about the Sweet 16. What comes to mind? What's next for y'all?
We're going to use the summer to get better. We're just going to get better and work. This is hard. It hurts. So, it's going to be on our minds for a while. But, we got to get back in the lab. We got to, get going. We got to continue to build because, like Coach said, we're a program now that we're expected to go to term every year. We're expected to go to Sweet 16 every year. We fell short, but, me and Toddy are both, returning. We plan to use it as motivation, come back and be better, and, just continue to get better and grow.
Kurt Rallo, Associated Press. I think at one point you only hit 4 of your first 17 shots. Can you talk about what Notre Dame's defense did to affect that?
Notre Dame is a great team. They're big, they're experienced, great players, and their zone's very good. It challenged us in many ways, but a lot of it, sir, was us. I'm not even just saying that, but we went against the zone all year. We played against zones. We knew the spots that we needed to get into. It was us executing, which we didn't do. So we have a game plan, and when you don't execute the game plan, it makes it 10 times harder. So, credit to Notre Dame, of course, great team, but a lot of that was on us not doing our jobs, us not, doing what we were supposed to do.
for Toddy, I think Maddie mentioned it there. Is your intent to return next season? I don't think we've asked you about that yet.
Yes, it is. Yes. You good? You good?
Do we have any other questions for our student athletes? All right, thank you very much. Feel free to rejoin your teammates. We'll go ahead and open it up to questions for head coach Yolette McPhee-McEwen. So go ahead and raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question.
Coach Kurt Rallo, Associated Press. Can you talk about Notre Dame's start and what they did to establish that tempo they wanted?
Yeah, I just thought that they were the aggressive team, like I said, from start to finish. You know, you never know what to expect with 17 to 24-year-olds. And if you had told me we would come out in the manner that we came out, I would have called you a liar. And so, you know, I thought that they came prepared for a fight, and I don't think we fought. And so when someone's prepared for a fight and then you don't fight, someone's going to get beat up, you know. And I was expecting a game where both teams would get beat up. You know, I expected it to be low scoring. I expected it to be a grind-out type of game. Two teams that take pride in their defense. They're more zone, us more man, and they just got the better of us today.
Coach, you mentioned, you know, the disappointment there of not getting back to the Sweet 16. I guess when you're evaluating your own program and where it's at, how do you kind of weigh the progress and the good things that you did in the regular season with, you know, kind of like the one-game sample that the NCAA tournament is and not getting as far as you like to have gone?
Yeah, I didn't say I was disappointed with our performance this season. I said I was disappointed that we didn't get back to the Sweet 16 so that we could try to get another step ahead. If you've seen in the manner the program is built, we've gotten better every single year. Obviously, there are things that we can celebrate, from making history with 12 wins, finishing third place, and so on and so forth, with no point guard. All right? So, I mean, there are things that I want to celebrate for sure. And I thought we did a good job, because I know I'm disappointed and everybody else is, because we didn't come out and play in the manner we've been playing all season since we've, you know, went on that 7-game winning streak. But, you know, it's funny because you have, you know, there's this narrative, oh, Notre Dame has 6, but if you have the right 6, it doesn't really matter. And they have the right 6. You know, Westbald, is that how you pronounce her? Westbeld is an absolute stud. She did it. I felt like she didn't even miss, and she carried them from inside, and everybody just did their job. And I know about having small rosters, because we had a small roster last year. When it came to how many people we played about 6, 7, and when you have a small roster, you are way more connected, because there's nobody that can sub in. There's nobody that can help. You know, when you have big rosters, sometimes you 17 to 24-year-olds feel like, oh, I could just take a day off because someone else will come and help. But that team, that Notre Dame team, has been playing in the manner they've been playing in for a while now. And so, you know, I didn't think that would be an advantage for us at all, because they're the ACC champs. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I have a lot of respect for them, and I thought they did a great job. I was just disappointed because, like I said, had we played in the manner that everybody knows that we're capable of playing, I thought the game would have been in the 50s. And then whatever happens, happens. And we just had to dig so hard. After halftime, I just told them, like, I don't even know who you guys are right now. It was just not our team and who we were. But I'm not going to let that rain on our parade. We live to see another day.
Any other questions for Coach?
Kurt Rallo, AP. Their big three combined for 56 points. Was there a plan to eliminate one of that combination?
Well, Kurt, the plan ain't sure as hell didn't work. So I don't even want to say we had a plan because then I'm going to look like I'm crazy, right? So I'm going to stick with no, we didn't have a plan. And I mean, they just really showed up. And I thought what, is it Westbeld? Yes. I thought what Westbeld said yesterday in her press conference was phenomenal. She said, when you have a big three, someone has to set the tone in that group. And we had a big three as well. Someone needed to set the tone in our group. And I just felt like all three of them said, you know what, we're all going to set the tone. And I didn't think all three of our big three set the tone early. And when that happens, anything can happen.
Coach, you referred to the other day when you beat Marquette, kind of the formula of it was a close game most of the way, but you wore them down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure today you would have liked to seen it be closer. It's a little easier to play when you're up in the teens,
Yeah.
by teen margins. Did their staying power, I know their cohesiveness didn't, but did their staying power, durability-wise, surprise you at all, or was that not necessarily tested today?
I mean, guys, they're the 2 seed. They're the ACC champs. Am I not correct? Did they not just win an Atlantic Coast Conference championship with the same people? They're legit. So we didn't I thought we expected a fight. The disappointing part was someone got beat up and it wasn't them. You know, they beat us up. And that's what's disappointing when your character and your reputation is to dictate and disrupt. So it's just an uncharacteristic night for us. And guess what? You don't get to see when we would have these games during the season, we could talk about it and fix it. You don't get to fix it, you know? And so we get to go home and I get to get in the portal and recruit. And that's how it works.
Coach, I apologize if you mentioned Hannah in your opening statement, but I'm curious, once you got to see her in person, maybe what's different than film, and how can you explain her effect on a team like this and a game like this?
She's as advertised. You know, I think one of the things that I appreciate with her is just her competitive spirit, and that's not something you can teach. That's something that was born inside of her. And she was completely relentless the whole time. And yeah, I mean, she can pass and she can score, but you can't teach what's inside of you. And so I think that's her greatest strength.
I know last year you really looked to add some scoring in the offseason. Do you have a feel yet for what this team needs to get back here next season?
I mean, we've been talking all year about, you know, what we need. Yeah, I would have loved tonight, if we're going to reflect and talk about it, I would have loved to have KK, but I'm sure they would have loved to have Olivia. You know, so, you know, but we're talking about what my team needs. And so we're just going to continue to try to get people that fit our defensive system and that can free us up a little bit more offensively.
Any other questions for Coach?
Coach, it was hard to look at it this way because it's so tough when you lose the NCAA tournament game, but incredible job sustaining last year's success. Top 3 SEC, made it back.
Yep.
Tournament loss to an awesome Notre Dame team today. You know, taking a step back from the loss, how you feeling? Very proud? Oh
yeah, I'm super proud of our group. You know, I'm not an advocate for home court games. I'm an advocate for neutral site games. And there is an advantage when you play at home. So one of the two things got to happen. We got to figure out how to be a top 4 seed, top 16, so we can have the same home court advantage. Or if you're going to go in someone's place and knock them off like we did last year, you need to have all cylinders clicking. And we didn't get to have that. But yes, very proud of our team. Like I said, we have some historic things that we've done. And we got a lot of people returning. And, you know, just going to look forward to the future. I remember watching the Stanford game last night. They said that they had this game, their game last night, circled for the whole year. And they gutted it out and ended up beating Iowa State. Hopefully our team will do the same and make a run next season.
All right, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Coach. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.